You want to make life-changing money on crypto? You want to know where to allocate your funds? Check this out. So let's share screen and get straight into the crypto market. How much of your funds, first of all, should you have in the market? Well, following on from the video I shared a couple of days ago, you want to make sure that you are well positioned whatever way the market goes. In my belief, I personally think, and the way I'm treating this is you should have 50 to 80% of your money currently in stable coins. Why? Because you want to be happy whether the market goes up or down. And if the market comes back, you're in a well positioned to take advantage of that. But how do we find where we do allocate our funds? So let's assume you have 50 to 80% of your funds in a stable coin, USDC, USDT, etc. Where do you put the remainder of your money? Well, first of all, you want to have your money in the areas of crypto that have the best narratives. The narratives that are very strong in the market right now are certainly Metaverse, gaming, AI, DePIN, decentralized infrastructure, and real world assets. Of course, many people out there will be shouting about meme coins. Not personally for me, but I understand why people get involved with them. So, where can we find the best projects to look at? Well, if you look into CoinGecko as an example, and you click on cryptocurrencies and move down into categories, this is where you can find leading cryptocurrencies in each category. So let's take Metaverse as a starting point. If we scroll down to Metaverse coins, you can simply click in here where they're grouped together. And when you scroll down, you can see the various different cryptocurrencies that are in there. So many people, for example, will recognize Sandbox or Decentraland, the original crypto metaverses projects that came out there. At one stage, these were worth 7 billion market cap. Now you can see one is about 1 billion, one is, in around 800 million. If the market comes back the way many people believe they will, these would expect to go to their previous all-time high and maybe beyond. So there's significant upside there to be had in those. So if you're putting, whatever money you don't have in stablecoin, if you're going to put that across, for example, 5 narratives, and you're going to split that, equally across those 5 narratives, then within each narrative, I would suggest you should have at least 2 different projects, maybe more. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just a rule of thumb I follow for myself. So again, I think Sandbox, Decentraland have proved themselves before. Will they do it again? Highly likely. Having said that, us and our community, we are in a project that is currently under 100 million market cap, and one that I think is going to do extraordinarily well and probably has better potential than either of these. These are the areas in the crypto space that we look for to get the maximum gains. So while the likes of Decentraland and Sandbox are probably less risky to get involved in, the upside is probably limited. And if you're looking to make life-changing games, you're going to need to go further down the market cap range. And like I said, we have projects there that we're looking at, and one that we've invested in, and so is our community, that's currently under 100 million market cap. So then if we go back out from here, we go into gaming, for example. Let's take the gaming sector here. Again, a lot of people will be quite aware of the likes of Immutable X and Gala, 2 very good projects in the gaming sector. You can see one's 3.5 billion market cap, one's roughly 1.5. Certainly, I think there's going to be upside for these. Gaming is very strong. It's likely we're going to have, a really big Web3 gaming project that will come to the fore. I know, for example, Axie Infinity, for people that got into that in the early stages, it went up by 1100x. So there's huge upside to be had if you get into the right gaming coins. Again, there's a number of gaming coins that we are involved in now. One's under 500 million, one's under 200 million, and one's under 100 million. So again, you can see the potential upside even just to get up to equal status to where Gala and Immutable are right now. And that's before all coins really go into their the bull run that's expected to come. So there's huge upside here if you know the right projects to get into. Again, I would suggest it might make sense to buy into 1 or 2 of the higher market cap projects, the likes of Immutable X, the likes of Gala, but also to look further down the scale. And again, if you follow me there in the Telegram group, we share that information on a regular basis. So if we go back and we look at another narrative, of course, AI is a huge narrative out there. There's big movements have been had in that already. There's some projects that have done extremely well. Fetch AI, for example, already at a 5.5 billion market cap. The likes of Singularity, 1.2 billion market cap. These have done extremely well already. People that got into those early have done really well. But there are other projects out there as well that, with lower market caps with significant upside. As an example, we told AIOZ to our community when it was under 20 million market cap. You can see now it's over 840. So, there's been huge upside for our community that got into that project early. Still a very good project, but, much of the upside is being taken. Probably plenty more to go. But we are currently looking at a couple other projects again that are pretty low market cap, under 100 million, that we are sharing with our community. So some really good opportunities out there. Next one we're going to look at is DePIN, which is decentralized physical infrastructure. Again, some very good projects that have done really well. Render has been probably the darling in this area. Again, a cash is one that we mentioned at very early stages, under 50 cent. It's done pretty well since. Expected to do well and continue doing more from here. But there's certainly other very good projects coming along the way too. So, again, if you're putting some money across these 5 different sectors, it would strongly, make a lot of sense to have money in at least 2, and, of these, higher market cap ones, slightly safer, still a significant upside. But if you look further down the market cap list, there's some incredible projects there that have much larger upside. And so then the last one I want to have a look at is real world assets. So real world assets is down a bit further. So if you click into real world asset space, again, many people will be aware of now the likes of Onda and Pendle, which have done really well. But we're currently looking, and again, it might make sense to put some of your funds that you want to put into this space into the likes of these ones, the ones that have done well, but probably have more upside to go in a good all-kind bull market. But we're currently looking at 3 different projects, one under 100 million, one under 50 million, and one under 10 million. So the potential upside for those projects is absolutely massive. But ultimately, the point I'm trying to get across to people here is, number one, I don't think it's wise to be fully into the crypto space at the moment. I think there's potential for pullbacks. That, of course, may not happen. But again, if you look at the previous video, I go into that in more detail. But within the space, if you are investing into various areas of crypto, make sure you're diversified. Again, I've spoken about 5 different areas in crypto, and within that, I suppose the market leaders within that space. But also, I believe it's very wise to look at lower cap ones, but you need to do your research. Luckily, for our community, we do that research for them. They can follow us on the Telegram handle as above, and make sure that you like and follow the channel here on YouTube, because I will be announcing various projects on here as we go along to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to really make those life-changing financial gains if the market does what most people believe it's going to do over the next 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months. So we'll see you soon.